Hello and welcome to my presentation on FIFA kickbacks and the World Cup corruption that happened from around 1991 to around 2022. So you don't know what FIFA is. FIFA is the International Federation of Football Association, or as to say in the United States, soccer's international governing body. And a summary of this case is it all started with the IRS investigation of one of FIFA's executive committee members who failed to file his personal income tax. And then the FBI got involved following leads, and they found FIFA executives guilty of wire fraud, racketeering, and money laundering. They found that there were over $150 million in bribes and kickbacks given within the time period. And we say over $150 million because that's only including transactions that occurred through the banks in the United States. It's not even including those that occurred using banks in other countries. A lot of these bribes included deals related to the sale of broadcasting rights, merchandise, and sponsorship. One of the greatest bribes that we know of is the $10 million bribe to host the 2010 World Cup that the South African government gave to FIFA. And that seems like a lot of money because the World Cup is actually the most watched sporting event in the world, even above the Olympics. And hosting the World Cup can boost tourism in a country. It offers prestige and it can have a large positive economic impact on the country. So a lot of countries bid over it and want to have this honor. But the integrity of the bidding process was compromised because of these frauds, these bribes and kickbacks. And here I have the definition of corruption here: the abuse of power, position for personal gain, which is exactly what happened in this case. Here are some of the key parties. Definitely the FIFA officials who accepted the bribes. Chuck Blazer, he's the one in the picture here. He was an executive committee member. He was actually the one under investigation by the IRS. And after being found out, he actually became a whistleblower and uncovered a lot of what was going on to the FBI and ended up working closely with them. Jack Warner, he was the previous FIFA vice president. He was the one found with the $10 million bribe from South Africa. Sepp Blatter, he was the FIFA president. And there were at least 30 charged FIFA officials and associates that were involved in this case. And then, of course, those offering bribes were key parties. We definitely know the South African government with the 2010 World Cup. There is also some investigation into the 2018 World Cup with Russia and the 2022 World Cup with Qatar. And then here's just a visual of some of the people who were found to be involved. You can see the actual picture of Jack Warner, who was found with the $10 million from South Africa. And here are the relevant fraud risk factors. So bringing back the fraud triangle, all of these were involved in this case. And this is a direct quote from the article that perfectly sums up that their power within the organization presented a great opportunity for personal property that they could not pass up. So, of course, the opportunity was there because it happened. Opportunity always has to be there for these cases to occur. The rationalization here was that there was the great opportunity for personal property. It was so much money that they couldn't pass it up. And then there wasn't a lot of pressure for the FIFA executives, but there were great incentives, and there might have been some pressure for the countries to host the World Cup and some of the other cases that happened. These are some of the primary lessons from the case. After the case occurred, they launched a coordinated investigation across 33 countries, and FIFA implemented a more rigorous approach for nations bidding to host the 2026 World Cup. So this just stresses the importance of preventative measures and also just regulation so that these things don't happen again. And what was interesting in this case is that it all started with an IRS investigation. So the lesson here is that looking at the tax returns of people of great positions of power can uncover fraud. And also, if you are committing fraud, don't forget to file your personal income taxes. So I hope you learned a lot from that, and thank you for watching.